Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, give our honor and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Okay, and real quick, today's lesson is gonna be you're wrong on this, Bishop Nate. You know what we what we notice with you guys is that we notice that when you get on interviews, you spew things at the mouth because you're not around learned men. You're not you are the most learned. You are the more learned one on the stage that is represented, that is given to you guys. Okay, of course, because you're going amongst the world. Amongst the worldly people. Okay, whether they be Israelite or not. When you guys do the interviews, you kind of slip up and you say certain things. You don't think about what you say. Okay, or you say things and you really mean that, which edification can be brought forth through that. Okay, for a long time now, Bishop Nate, has tried to come against men for those for the white woman. Okay, which is not a sin to deal with other nations' women. Okay, it's not a sin to deal with other nations' women except for the Canaanites. The Canaanite woman. But and yeah, but as of for an Edomite woman, you can deal with her. You just can't marry her, man. She's a lesser wife. She's a concubine. Okay, she's a concubine. All right. So let's get it, man. All right. Let's get this and let's see what he says. And if I am wrong on that Canaanite thing, I stand corrected. But I believe that we was told, and I got it right here in my notes. Give me 1 second. That was pretty much the only nation. Genesis chapter 28. Genesis 28. Okay, let me see something real quick. I believe that should be able to pull it up. Okay. Yeah, which you technically can't wife any of the other nations, man. I mean, you can marry, but at the end of the day, they're still a concubine because they're not of your nation. Okay, but that is a woman you can still deal with. All right. Real quick, let me see. Genesis chapter 24, verse 37. And my master made me swear, saying, "Thou shalt not take a wife to my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, in whose land I dwell." Real quick, let me see. I'm trying to find the one in Genesis. I think it's definitely okay. Genesis chapter 28, verse 1. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, "Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan." Okay. All right. All right. So boom. Moving forward. Let's see what I got here. Let me get the comment section ready. Just in case brothers pop in. All right. Okay, continuing on.
It's popping up all over the place, which I'm
Right.
happy and grateful for.
Right.
But what they do, what I've noticed, some of the teachers that's over these various groups, they're twisting the gospel. Like in their congregations, they'll have Caucasians, they will say, like, let me show you in Revelation 13. Let me give you an example of what they do. Revelation 13.
When he's saying Caucasian, man, he's definitely talking about GMS. Okay, definitely talking about GMS. Definitely talking about, maybe Sakari. But that's the thing. We said we judge according to the spirit, not according to flesh. Okay, and it's up to the Lord. The wheat and tares got to grow up together. Okay, if you in this thing, you a Edomite, you can't fake that. You can't fake it all the way to the. You could probably fake it to the end, but you're gonna be found out. That's just how it goes.
10.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10.
Now, this is Jesus Christ speaking. Watch what he says.
He that
Oh my God.
leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
No, all that we just read, that's Christ speaking. He's going to make sure that's enforced. But what some of these Israelite leaders are doing is saying, we're not going to teach that. So you have all other races, Arabs, white folks who are oppressed are sitting there amongst them. Then you got groups that teach about concubines.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have sex with white women. Yeah. No, give me that in Jeremiah 30:16. This what
We will. Okay, so when they had when they took us into slavery, when Edom took us into slavery, they got to sleep with our woman. Okay. Let me get this real quick. Let me see. No, it's not it. It's like you. Actually, we can go there. He that leadeth. Okay, so they said Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. All right. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And we subscribe to GMS's doctrine when that says, all I don't know what the other groups he was talking about, but we do know that all different, if you're not an Israelite, okay, you will be put in captivity, okay? You will be put in captivity, okay? Because we were once your captives. He that leadeth into captivity, and that's your man and your woman and your children, okay? All right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, and we are going to kill some Edomites. Okay, we're going to kill other people of different nations. They're men and women. Okay, is not the Lord coming back to destroy Babylon? Doesn't Babylon have a bunch of Edomite women? Okay, and different other nations' women. All right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, and that's the thing. We will be fighting those, those different nations out there. We will be fighting those different nations out there. Okay, to put them in order and into subjection. All right. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay. Why would it be the patience? Okay. Because we're going to do the same thing that they did to us. They raped, robbed, and steal. They raped our woman. Okay. They impregnated our woman. Okay. So why can't we do it to them? All right. Yes, white women are going to die. If that's what you want to hear, Bishop Nate. Yes, so-called white women, Edomite women are going to die. Yes. But then there will be some to be handsmaid, and just like Abraham, what was Abraham? I don't think it was Sarah. Abraham wasn't Sarah. Yep, it was Sarah. Gave her. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hagar, the servant girl, and she was of a different nation. Okay. All right. Hagar. She was she was a concubine. Okay. All right. So why does it matter if we're gonna have Edomite concubines or Ishmaelite concubines? What's the problem? Okay. We're gonna have concubines, maidens. Okay. And they're gonna be of the different nations. Okay. All right. Hagar, Genesis chapter 16. The servant girl, Sarah was Abraham's wife. but she did not have any children. She had an Egyptian slave, okay, an Egyptian slave, and that's what we're going to have in the kingdom. We're going to have slaves who captives they were, okay, an Egyptian slave named Hagar. Sarah told Abram, the Lord Yahawah has not allowed me to have children, so sleep with my slave, okay, in which in the kingdom they are going to be allowed to have children. But that doesn't take that doesn't take away the fact that they will also have slaves as well, okay. Their womb won't be closed. Men are gonna, a little one should become roughly paraphrasing, a little one should become many, a city or whatever. So not allow me to have children. Okay, the Lord has closed the womb. Now we know the Lord that's not going to be the case in the kingdom, but this will be the case. She had an Egyptian slave. Okay, she had an Edomite slave. Okay, all right. Sarah told Abram, the Lord has not allowed me to have children, so sleep with my slave. Maybe she can have a son, and I will accept him as my own. Abram did what Sarah told him. Sarah said. So you saying, but I mean, without saying it, I'm not gonna even put words in his mouth. But let's get it back here.
I'm like, so you have all that we just read. That's Christ speaking. He's going to make sure that's enforced. But what some of these Israelite leaders are doing is saying, we're not going to teach that. So you have all other races, Arabs, white folks who oppressed are sitting there amongst them. Then you got groups that teach about concubines. Yeah. Oh, we're going to have sex with white women. Yeah, no, give me that in Jeremiah 30:16. I'm like, so you're going to have in the kingdom, you having sex with white women and kick the black woman to the curb. Are you kidding me?
And we never said that. Okay, Apostle Hart always iterates that we're gonna love you in the kingdom. Okay, we're gonna love you in the kingdom. You're gonna look beautiful. You're gonna look glorious. You're gonna have that smell back. You're gonna have that beautiful smell about you. Okay, you're gonna be a very beautiful woman. Okay, in the kingdom. So you lying, man, and we know you're talking about GMS. Okay,
my 30:16. I'm like, so.
And let's get that with
in the kingdom. You having sex with white women and kick the black woman to the curb. Are you kidding me?
Nobody ever said that.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
Now, the only thing I can say is that, Apostle Hart and the apostles have said plenty of times, and the elder brothers on down, that we don't need the black woman to bring back Israel. We don't. Okay, because us men, we hold the sea line. Okay, we hold the nation of Israel in our nutsack. I don't mean to get all PG, but we hold that, man. As long as there's an Israelite man around, there will always be that lineage. Okay. The woman, the lineage does not continue from a woman. Okay. She's the earth. The man is the seed. If you plant an orange tree in this plot of land, that land is going to bring forth an orange tree. Okay. So, what you have here is just confusion, man. It's very confusion. Now, one thing, the apostles say is that we don't need the black woman to bring back our nation. Okay. You can go back and I think David's grandmother, okay, the belief, if I'm not wrong, Ruth, okay, she was a Moabite, in many different instances, okay. So yeah, man,
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
That's the Bible. So that includes the white woman, because she was detrimental against us as well. She helped.
Nobody's saying the white woman's getting off the hook. She's just going to get it as worse. She's going to get it bad too. Okay. Nobody's saying she's off the hook. She's going to have to deal with Eve in the kingdom in their right mind. Okay, she's gonna have to deal with Eve in the kingdom, but it's still gonna be our slave, and we can, if that's what we want, we can do that. We can have sex with him. Okay. Of course, if we pick that one off to us, I don't definitely if she has a boyfriend, a husband out there, with these Edomites gonna be the men gonna be working 24/7, ain't gonna have time for a relationship. Okay, they're gonna be serving hardcore bondage. Okay, because even when you look at us, you know, master, you know, they took our woman and they butchered her down. Okay, and then 9 months later, she popping out an Edomite baby that's got some tone to it, some melanin to it. Okay, but let's read this, Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Okay, and we know the nation first starts with the men. Okay, the nations first start with the men, but the women play a big part too now. Okay, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Yes, but there's still going to be slaves in the kingdom. Okay, we still got to have slaves in the kingdom. Okay, tending to our servicing us. Okay, our servants. What does it say right here? Servants and handmaids. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahawah for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Okay, all right, jumping back in Jeremiah. All right, every one of them shall go into captivity. Yes, but we're gonna have an Edomite man on his fucking knees, working hard. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's skin and bone. Okay, which we know we're gonna feed him and everything. But I can't imagine the Edomite woman gonna go through it a different way. But if we want to put one to ourselves, hold one off to ourselves, we can. Okay, that's just a concubine. All right, we're not going off of that. All right. Okay, it says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So I don't even know why he went to this scripture right here. Because are you saying that, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured? You saying it's just going to be devoured? We got to have some slaves in the kingdom, which I don't know if he's saying that. Okay, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. Okay, and yes, they going into captivity, man. Okay, which we can do with our slaves according to the law. We can do what we want with our slaves. Okay, all right. The thing is that they did it to us, and we're gonna do it to them in a righteous manner. We most likely gonna have Edomite women that don't have a man, that don't have a man. Okay, and that's gonna be our lesser wife. Okay, and she's gonna do the things that that Eve wanted to do. Okay, and us. Okay. So I don't know why it's so far fetched when you had Sarah, tell Hagar, go into my husband. I don't know why it's so far fetched, man. There's no new thing under the sun.
Enslave us. She bought us. She sold us as well. For some reason.
You know what it is? This is what it is. This what it is, because that soothes the black woman's ear. Okay, that's exactly what it is. It's a medicine to the black woman's ear. Okay, because she don't want to hear that. Okay, that we still might want to pop lower in the kingdom. Okay, because Eve had a long fight with this goddamn the white woman, because she's losing right now. Okay, she's losing to the white woman right now. Jake love the white woman right now. Okay, and it's okay. We got that blessing. Our blessing. We got the blessing from Apostle Tahar. Don't marry her, and you shouldn't be marrying any woman. Don't go to any courthouse and get married in Babylon the Great. You are a fool if you do that. Speaking to you new brothers out there. if she be pleased to dwell with you, dwell with her. But all that white dress and black tuxedo and spending fucking hundreds of thousands on weddings and shit, all for to just fall apart. No, man, don't get married to these women in Babylon the Great, okay? So yeah, boom. Let's go back here, Slakia.
reason. Some black men think the white woman was just so innocent. She didn't do anything wrong.
We don't think she was innocent. We don't think she did nothing wrong. Emmett Till, okay. We know stories now, and the stories that's probably not even written about, but our spirit can understand that bitch ain't, what I'm saying, the Edomite woman ain't godly, okay?
I better say bye to Miss Laura. Say bye, Miss Laura. Bye. She got to go too. And it's not me saying it because I have anything against white women. No white woman personally did anything to me. But I can read now. I'm looking at the Bible like, wait a minute. That includes all these nations. Men and women must pay for what they did to our race.
Con. Yep. So that brings me to my next scripture, which is brought out to combat this. Definitely Numbers, and it should put it to rest, but it's the scripture ever learning, okay? Ever learning and ever able to come to the, roughly paraphrasing that scripture, right? And the Lord said, I will, make them of quick understanding. So if you guys just can't get it, you can't get it. All right. It's okay. You got a header right here. It says vengeance on Midian. We got this real quick. All right. It says Numbers chapter 31, verse 1. And the Lord Yahawah said to Moses, take vengeance on the Midianites for the Israelites. After that, you will be gathered to your people. Okay. Aren't we going to take vengeance on all the nations that had all the nations? Okay. If you're not an Israelite man, you will in that day. Okay. First off, you're not of the elect. Okay. You will in that day be fucked up. But in the kingdom, if you're not an Israelite and you of another nation, that's your ass. Okay. Take vengeance on the Midianites, and that's exactly what we're gonna do with these different nations. We're gonna take vengeance on them. Okay. All right. Okay, 17 right here. Beautiful. All right. Have you spared all the women? He asked. Look, these women caused the sons of Israel through the counsel of Balaam to turn unfaithfully against the Lord Yahawah at Peor, so that the plague struck the congregation of the Lord. Okay, so yeah, these women are wicked. Verse 14, but Moses, I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna start 14. But Moses was angry with the officers of the army, the commanders of thousands, and commanders of hundreds, who were returning from the battle. Have you spared all the women? He asked them. Look, these women caused the sons of Israel. So, right here, this would have been a good precept for Bishop Nate to bring out. Okay, have you spared all the women? He asked them. Look, these women caused the sons of Israel through the counsel of Balaam to turn unfaithfully against the Lord Yahawah at Peor, so that the plague struck the congregation of the Lord Yahawah. So now kill all the boys as well as every woman who has had relations with a man, but spare for yourselves. Okay, spare for yourselves, which this scripture would have helped them out and cut them. Okay, but just gotta have understanding, man. But spare for yourselves every girl. Okay, and the girl turns into a woman. Okay. Edomite, Salak, y'all thought somebody knocking on the door, Salak, y'all. But spare for yourselves every girl who has never had relations with a man. Okay, spare for it, meaning she's going to be given unto you. Let's see something real quick. NLT. Numbers chapter 31, verse 18, in the NLT version. Only the young girls who are virgins live, you may keep them for yourselves. Okay. And when they grow up, girls become women. Okay. All right. Beautiful. How American New American Standard Bible Slack. However, all the girls who have not known a man intimately, keep alive for yourselves. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 10. Let me skim through this real quick. Okay, when you go to war, that's the whole point. Bishop Nate. Slack. Boom.
People got to realize there's two kinds of judgment. You have an individual judgment, and then you have a national judgment. He's saying it because I have anything against hold us as well.
Oil and all that.
And kick the black woman to the. Give me that in Jeremiah 30:16. This what I'm like. So you're gonna have in the kingdom. You having sex with white women and kick the black woman to the curb. Are you kidding me? Read that.
That's a lie, man. That's a straight up lie. Hey, that's a straight up lie, man. That's a lie. Okay. Now, if you have misunderstood what the apostle was saying, then say that. But we're not kicking the black woman to the curb, because we will have daughters that will soon become women, and we're going to conduct business as we did in the law, which we're going to find a man for them. Okay. A righteous, all of them are going to be righteous. It's going to be easy. It's going to be easy, right? It's going to be easy, right? No Pookie and Ray Rays in the kingdom. But you're going to be able to, because for concubine, just like Hagar, that was still Abraham's child. Okay. So that was still Abraham's seed. So, even let's use Jacob. The women that were not Israelites. Okay, the women that were concubines. Okay, I can't think of their names right now. But those women have brought forth part of the tribes. Okay, Israelite men and women, and that came through the Jacob seed line, through his nutsack. Okay, so concubine women can bring our seed line if it's an Israelite man. All right, through their vessel, through their body. Okay.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
That's the Bible. So that includes the white woman, because she was detrimental against us as well. She helped enslave us. She bought us. She sold us as well. For some reason, some black men think the white woman was just so innocent. She didn't do it.
We know she wasn't innocent. All right. She's a devil too. All right. But she's a devil that we can use in a different way. When it comes to slavery, right? Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 10. When you go to war against your enemies, and we're going to war, okay? We will go to war. And it says, and know why, and let me get this real quick. Well, I don't even got to get it. Rehearse the righteous acts. This and know why shall pass from the, to all be fulfilled. Roughly paraphrasing those scriptures, but rehearse the righteous acts. So when the Lord do get us with this spiritual power, Lord will be of that number. When he get us filled with that spiritual power, and we're ready to, go to war. Okay, and get these nations in order to bring forth the kingdom of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. And get them that, and get them right. You know what I'm saying? And shit, get them ready for captivity. Okay. It says, when you go to war against your enemies, and the Lord Yahawah, your power, delivers them into your hand, which they're gonna do, whose captives they were. Yahawah delivers them into your hand, and you take them captive. If you see a beautiful woman among them, in this sense, because that's the thing, that's beautiful, because this woman, most likely her husband is going to be put to death through war, through acts of war. Okay, so here it goes. If you see a beautiful woman among them and you desire her and want to take her as your wife, okay, would it be a lesser wife, right? Then you shall bring her into your house. She must shave her head, trim her nails. Okay, and you can continue reading that on. All right, because there's laws within that too, which we, I can, pretty sure we will follow. All right. So yeah, that's beautiful, man. Let me read that one more time. Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 10. When you go to war against your enemies, and the Lord your power, Yahawah, delivers them into your hand, and that's what's going to happen. This is going to play out, okay? And you take them captive. This is going to play out again. And you take them captive. If you see a beautiful woman among them, and you desire her and want to take her as your wife, then you shall bring her into your house. She must shave her head, trim her nails. Okay, she's spoils of war. That's what the white woman's going to be. She's going to be spoils of war. Okay. Let me let let me let Bishop Nate continue on, man. And we can't sit here because we heard Elder Nazabat, say things like, hey, Bishop Nate is not a lower level, and we believe that. We believe that he's very, very smart. Um, and we understand that, but it's little things you can right here, like you gotta. That's why we, tell brothers you gotta tighten up around the reins. Tighten up on the reins, like not paint with a wide brush, because these things right here, man, these are the details within the doctrine that you got to get right. Okay.
Anything wrong? Y'all better say bye to Miss Laura. Say bye, Miss Laura. Bye. She got to go too. And it's not me saying it because
and that's, most likely it sound like a damn, I'm gonna be honest, it sound like his woman speaking to him. He done channeled the spirit of Eve right through him. Okay. Sound just like Eve.
have anything.
All the hand movement and all that, just sound just like a black woman.
Thing against white women. No white woman personally did anything to me. But I can read now. I'm looking at the Bible like, wait a minute. That includes all these nations. Men and women must pay for what they did to our race. Wow. People got to realize there's two kinds of judgment. You have an individual judgment, and then you have a national judgment. People don't understand that. Like me personally, I do something bad, God going to judge me. But as a race, you rise together, you go down together. When you read about the prophet Daniel, the prophet Ezekiel, they were in the Babylonian captivity. But the Bible says those were righteous men. Yep. But guess what? They had to suffer the punishment of captivity with their people. Wow. So for some reason, we go, white people got to suffer. And you always got that coon that goes, but what about Miss Laura? She was good to me.
No, she's going to suffer too. Okay? She's going to suffer too. So Miss Laura, if you've seen this, Miss Laura, Miss Karen, Emily, all right, Miss Catherine, you will suffer too. Okay, you didn't get away, but you just might get some Israelite rod inside of you, man. You never know. Okay, because hey, you are slaves now. Okay, you see what Abraham did to Hagar. Okay. Our forefathers did it, man. Jacob did it. So I don't see why it's a problem.
Don't care about that. If the righteous black Esther wasn't queen, she became queen, but she was in the Persian captivity. If we, as being righteous, are in captivity, Why not these other races? What's wrong with them? I don't care how nice they are to us. God said, no, they all going to pay.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
Bishop, you were
Yeah, you mistaken us, bro. Well, I'm not in GMS, but you mistaken what the elder and apostles are saying. Everybody everybody that's not of the Israelite descendant or lineage is going to pay for what they done to us, right? Everybody, man, woman, child, okay, all right. But within that, we can move accordingly, man, because it says rehearse the righteous acts. We can rehearse this right here, man, because we're soon going to war. Okay, right now it's a spiritual war. Is going to translate over to a physical war. All right, and everybody in Babylon is going to be destroyed without a doubt. But there's still going to be other parts of the world where there's Edomite nations, Canaanite nations, Ishmaelite nations. You know, what's the one? Elamites. Okay, not every place is going to get hit. Well, it's going to be earthquakes and and stuff like that from the missiles. But some places, it's going to be some survivors. There's going to be a lot of survivors, right? And those are going to be the ones that kick this captivity off, man. Those are going to be the ones that kick it off. A strong start. All right. Those are going to be the ones that is a strong start. The ones in Babylon are going to die, but it's Edomite women outside of Babylon too. It's not, you know what I'm saying? They outside of Babylon too, So they will be brought in captivity, and if whatever we want them to do, as long as it's within the law, we're gonna be able to do it. Okay. And we're gonna have the laws in our inward parts, so we won't, we won't break a law. How about that, man? Okay. So it's our slaves, and we're gonna do what the fuck we want to do with them. All right. I don't know why that's a big problem.
you were preaching, man, because nobody talks about white women, right? Even in the past election, everybody was blaming black people. Black people, I saw it was like 80% black men voted for Kamala, 90% black women. That's the highest for any other group. But then white women voted in numbers for Trump the first time and the second time, but nobody blames white women.
Right.
Nobody talks about imitating.
Hey, man, hey, for the interviewer, 3 Milli Productions, we do, you know what I'm saying? We do acknowledge white women as an offense against our nation, man. You know how many white women, not just the Emmett Till situation being recorded, how many white women got away with murders just by simply saying he looked at me the wrong way, and because it says jealousy is the rage of a man. So, Jake might have been wrongfully accused, and the goddamn slave master came down with a goddamn hedge slammer, all right, and cracked Jake's skull open and killed him, sent him to the spiritual realm. All right, this is why they both gonna go through it. Okay, they both gonna go through it, but we cannot forget that we're gonna rehearse the righteous acts. All right, well, we're gonna not slack it. When we in the kingdom, ain't no rehearsing. We're gonna get it right. On this side, we're rehearsing righteous acts, but that's not gonna. We're not just rehearsing it right now for it to be nothing to not have the laws in the kingdom. No, we're rehearsing them right now. So in that time, we're rehearsing them right now, and it's becoming our identity again. Okay, all right, so to speak. We're rehearsing it right now, so we getting the equipped with the mindset of how to serve the Lord, leadership, rulership, and laws, statutes, and commandments, man. All right. So yeah, this right here will be in play again. Okay. All right. Matthew chapter 5, verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot, okay, or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. All right. We're gonna be governing the other nations, Come, let us learn of All right. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3, and many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, Yahawah, to the house of the God, of the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, and the word of the Lord Yahawah from Jerusalem. Okay. All right. So yeah, man, I think that'll suffice. There's still some more meat on this bone right here. So I got timestamps, and I'll definitely go through them, and make separate lessons on that. But I just wanted to make this one, hope Lord willing, was clear and straight to the point. Okay, this is you're wrong on this, Bishop Nate. Okay, and it's just edification for for the brothers, for the flock. Okay, who out there may be watching, but hey, there it is. Okay, so it is. You're wrong on this, Bishop Nate, and hopefully correct it. So with that, give our honor and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Once again, the apostles and elders said we don't just to pick at Eve, and it was the truth, okay? Just to pick at Eve, we don't need her to bring back, we don't need her to bring back the kingdom of Israel. Okay, we don't need her to bring back the kingdom of Israel. We definitely are capable, as long as the men are alive, we're definitely capable of you guys forgot what happened with Benjamin, okay? All right, when they went to war with the other Israelites, okay, and they ended up being, that's why they call it little Benjamin, okay? But he told the Benjamites to go, you can definitely go read the account, but told them to go amongst a certain woman and grab them up and make that seed plenteous, okay? Keep that seed growing. All right, and that's how this back here today. Okay, well, not back here today, but yeah, this, the lineage through Benjamin, it's still thriving, okay? Here today. So with that, I'm saying shalom, man. Shalom.